An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the form's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should all proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside the Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Okay. Foresty, very foresty place. It's so pretty. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Nunemon, Charlian's grandest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one mini of that at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like roots of a tree. The vast halls of the Great Gubal Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlian is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded to access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Yashola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Alphino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the public. General public, okay. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot on the sort of clues we're looking for. Let's be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at stone benches, but over there, once we've found some promising tomes. Happy reading! Okay, time to read. So only the first floor, huh? The faded title on the spine reads Stewards of Wisdom. Read the book? Yes. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Nunkremph, founder of Charlian, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising the settlement on an island in northern Empty, he instructed people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Charlians took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth serve as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With the knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops, engineering through wells and sewers endless squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more of their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlian would live by their founders' teachings. For a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would shrew the tools of war and with the knowledge to deliver the world. Okay. Interesting. Founder of Charlian. Completely made this island because so much war. The title on the spine reads Forever 20 Summers. Read the book? Yes. My beloved seekers of knowledge. Have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I too once engaged in such foolish practices. But one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19, or 23, or 40. Whatever age you are, you discover this manual. Let that be the age you aspire to remain. Oh! Though mindful, healthy living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research? Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths of you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, ethereological, and arcane viewpoint. This book is on the wrong subject. Search for books that contain details on the forum. I think this is really good though. That's a good. I feel like it sends a good message, but yeah, it's not the one that we're trying to do. An introduction to the heavens. Okay. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak of not shifting cloud patterns, but of vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be infinite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain, in satisfactory detail, why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Aleg who came the closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, but the positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? This book is on the wrong subject. I like the interesting topic though. Leather-bound tome. The title in the spine reads, The Voice of a City, Growing City. Let's read the book. In the years which followed the founding of Sharlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. Okay, this sounds promising. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger the number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year of 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Sharlayan would transition into a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum as we know it today conceived and created. That's very relevant. Okay. So it used to be everybody voting for or deciding one thing, I guess. But it became too much, and then they have they have to have 99 people. 99 people at the forum. The title spine reads Roads of Old, the Colony. Read the book? Yes. Many years ago, on the banks of the Taliak in Dravanian hinterlands, a Sharlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year of 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize that what had become a flourishing town was an official Sharlayan colony. Okay. An official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. They couldn't think of a better name. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Great Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name. Idleshire. Ah! The following chapters go on to introduce the most prominent features of Idleshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information on the forum or cover the... Come on, it's interesting. The story of Sharlayan. Long, long ago, on an island on the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Nyankremf. Nyankremf was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and their horror strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nyankremf's crew hauled them aboard this ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nyankremf wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship safely atop Albathia's spine. Refugees from surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not before disputes over the swindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nyankremf gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Sharlayan we live to this day. Ah, okay. Oh, that's it! Okay. I guess that's it. Over here? That's where everyone's gathering. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphano and Cryle should also be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically. So we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through it as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I'm always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family's servants and asked how things are. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphano and I were to return to Sharlayan, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. Aww. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position, and that of the Forum, will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day. I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family? Or did they not live here in the city? Oh, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlene, yes, but I was born rather further away. Oh! In the southern reaches of Ilzabard, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, a coastal region opposite of the island of Thavnair. The Alligans founded the city in that fertile land, and by ship, brought in the subjugated tribes of Makote to serve as laborers. Oh! Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. Oh, I see. But I think he stayed. My ancestors, however, chose to remain that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Gallian rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Amenus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus! Oh! House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices have been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allagan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once did. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with the Allagan Eye, I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Baldessian, who had registered me as a Charlian citizen. Oh. Backstory! Oh my god. Wow. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louisoix, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with equal opportunity to learn. And with sufficient perspicacity. I cannot. We outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. Exactly. Tis exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the Forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Nemu. More company should be arriving any moment now. Nice. That was so nice. Hey. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mr. Squirrel has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention to them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amrod firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. Yeah, sure. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first. What kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? God. Primals of unrivaled power were summoned from the ether. I believe Heidelin is on your... Oh, wait, shit. Oops. My bad! My memory is so bad. If we are speaking of phenomena caused by the final days, the chaos of creation of magics ran rampant when first came to mind. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fires erupting from the ground, and indescribable abominations prowling the streets. Yes. And then they had to summon. Yeah, that's true. Oops. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest unknown magic is that of a summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. But there's aught else of note which herald the approach of final days? Alphina, you can answer this one. They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. I guess? Dude, I don't know. I totally forgot. Ah yes, the Amarotine spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course. Thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes were preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star, and not even Amarot was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of the Numenon's mammoths, and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? I think they summoned Zodiark first, and then they summoned Heidelin to stop Zodiark. I think that's what I remember. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart. So many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set all right. Then, once balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Heidelin. Yes. Do you think that Heidelin, given that we've seen her in the body that she is in, do you think it's Venat's body? Probably, but you know, I don't know too well how appearances work. Who knows? Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Talisman truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by the unstable creation of magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return to our attention to the form, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time we began studying these research papers. Hey. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced 1 or 2 possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflections from the Jaren oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Gubal Library. Okay. 'Tis even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on the shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, maybe be they archons or counselors, should perforce the largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortuno with knowledge of the Talisman and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He deemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Interesting. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You were thinking of leaving, weren't you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Oh my god. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola research assistant. Oh my god! Asiola. That's funny. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subject I mentioned? Then the day is well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mammoth at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I think we can do Thancred's quest right now, actually. I think we might have time for one. Hey, my dudes. So it's back to Thavnair. Had I known earlier, I would have considered more suitable attire. Though I have read much on the subject of Radz Adhan, this visit shall be my first. So it'll be interesting to see how the Hanish mean to contend with the tower, different as their magical and technological disciplines are. Interesting. Right, let's do it! I have Kryle's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetheryte. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would be a waste of time we do not have. Kryle was on the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there, okay? The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto those sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our common Moonbrita. Oh, so that's why he's been acting a little bit strange since we set foot in Sharlayan. That's a little sad. I assumed that'd be the case. Aw. Moonbrita was an authority on etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? Oh! I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. It is the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time or introspection have revealed unto me the words I would speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Oh, that's so sad. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Oh! Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite? Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's so sad! He's yet to tell Moonbrita's parents about... Well, he did in a letter, but I guess he hasn't seen them since then. And he wanted to go to them, but it's a little sad. Okay, Confluence. Well, now this is a rather lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryle of the students of Valdesian. We seek passage to Thavnair, and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects! Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an Aetheryte, you ordinarily need to attune to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're in the mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of Aetheryte teleportation. I can't read. But what if I were to tell you there's a way to travel to an Aetheryte without being attuned to it? Oh. A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we have finally done it. We've created a new kind of Aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. Okay. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one that has been installed here in Charlene, and the other over at Yillimod, a port town in Thavnair. Oh, okay. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzadhan, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. To sum it up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous. For you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Oh no. Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true. And far be it from me to worry about such things. Do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we're actually struggling to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Crow truly knows how to pick 'em. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilsfun and Mistress Blowita not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts? Their expertise was needed elsewhere. Okay. Okay. A large-scale project's helmed by the forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. Interesting. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, bye.
Right, we're all set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
Oh my god, her earring. I want it.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Let's get it.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Wow, okay. Say it to the last second.
What?
Oh no! Oh!
Thavnair, home to city-state Radzadhan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between two peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Hey.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh, yo. Oh no.
What chance?
Oh my god!
Against such an insidious foe.
I love this so much. Oh my god. Oh, Thancred. Oh my lord.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Oh. TY.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Oh my god! What was it?
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh, fuck. That's already bad. Oh no. Do I have to go? Oh my god, I'm so determined. Go, Nemu, go. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Instinian in time? Oh my god! Where is he? Here. No stopping our champion. Now quickly, find Instinian before he... Are you okay, Orianche? You look like you're like thinking about your life choices. Okay, wait, I'll just go. Oh no. Keep going. Keep going. Oh shit, where can I find him? Markets? Oh, there he is. Keep going. No, keep going. Please. You there. I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. But by the Mancia, a traveler. I mean, greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra Lassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way to warm welcome to Thavnair, I'm pleased to offer you for the low price of 19,800 gil. I for one would not for not 1 but 2 but 3 drinks, bargain amongst bargains. Oh god, no. That is no. You must stand before Justinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. Okay. Deny, bro. Don't! I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Ah! Sincerely apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. Huh. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then. Your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Oh. Good boy. Oh shit. I'm too sick. Oh, dude. I'm coming to you guys. Na-na-na. Here you go. Take it, please. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Inestinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You're gonna be okay? Ne'er had teleportation induced such terrible discomfort. 'Twas torturous in its intensity, and I would sooner swim a score malms. You were in time? Excellent. You've spared us into Tara's wrath. You've spared us to Tara's wrath. Take it. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. What? I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against the heat short of shedding my armor. Oh, that's why he had his hair tied. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it's Thavnair weave, though and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? I am inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Radstadhan hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkad-Sodara, the Mantanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and though their intermingling a culture rich and distinct did emerge. And through their intermingling a culture rich and distinct did emerge. Okay. From alchemy to textiles, their products of Hannish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this have combined to make a training power of Radsdahan at Han. Yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Okay. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that the merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so. Yet that opportunistic price is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain this current state of affairs. Prudent and practical eye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek Akral's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yildiman? Yedilman? Yildiman? I don't know. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to the flying start. We'll make up for it. A. A. That is a lot of minions. Right. Let us split up and make inquiries of the town. Nemu, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Okay. Okay. The crate is laden with fruits. They are on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left too long. Whoa. Gazing out from the pier, we spy boats moored off nearby isles, which the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Interesting. Very empty. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Thavnair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no. It had to spawn fell fiends as well. Oh, that's okay. We still have our lives thanks to that radiant host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. Okay, so I guess since the tower came up, business has probably been kind of dead. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. I hardly sell anything these days. Since the tower shut up, probably? Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could have been worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kazal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kazal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Sails, the harbor guild building across the water from here. Okay. That would be... Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright. New place. Hello. The Damascans aren't coming? But we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take a risk. Ugh, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright, alright. Forget about the Damascan. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kazal. I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. Nope, just an adventurer. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Interesting. Excuse me. Ooh! My name is Matsia, and I'm here to see Kazal. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. I'll come back later then. No! Matsia! Where are you going, big guy? Where are you? Matsia! Yes? Can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing back in the guild. You wished to speak with Kazal too, didn't you? I'm Matsia, a fisherman of Akiali. Okay, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kazal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but hasn't brought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free, anyway. He's a hard-working man, and I dare not disturb him. Matsia! If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Yes, yes, yes! Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? I love him already! You see, I brought some fresh fish with me. The portion I couldn't preserve. And I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've only dealt with Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? Well, I'll try. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. The events to follow cannot be skipped. If you may wish to cancel any pending duty finding registrations. Oh, okay. Let's do it. You'll do it then? You'll show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to shall we say, 3 people here in Yadamat. I will observe you and learn. Matsuya is now accompanying you. You keep him at your side in order to proceed the quest objectives. Okay. Ah! I love... This is such a unique little thing. You can have your characters accompany you during your quests. It's really good. For like immersion and whatnot. It's really cool. Manura. Oh god. I'm gonna suck. Yes? I'm not gonna pick this. Come on. Greetings to you too. Suppose I'm well enough to enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get into the city. Many remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep clear of the tower. And when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant's host's instructions. I hope to deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck into the meal satisfied that you did the good work. Yeah, why not? Do you want fish? Fresh fish, you say? Yeah. No, I'm not. Oh. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is shallows cod, detectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Hey! Hey, that was good. That was pretty good. Let's go to the other person. I hope I do well with the next choices. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some armora. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many armora for? Why, for eating of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that in much no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessel coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. Not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. I know how you feel. Do you want fish? Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off. Oh shit! I'm so sorry! Ah! I'm sorry, Matsuya! Matsuya, don't trust me with this, please. I'm rather busy. Oh no! His stomach. You need to actually eat. Oh my god. Never make me a... Oh my god. I skipped a bit. Never make me into a salesperson, please. I'm so sorry, Matsuya. Are you okay? Did my, like... Oh my god. I don't mean to make you float, bro. Oh my god, he's doing it again. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. I did my best. You managed to sell to one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too. There are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will turn to normal for Kazal soon. Yeah. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And should it be but Matsuya? Oh. Kazal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsuya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. No! I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I can't, I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. That's all. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Oh, oh, I feel bad. I didn't do a good job, bro. Well, I had best return to my village. Thanks again, and please take care on the road. Oh. Oh. No. Mayhap owing to the island's small size, the tower impact upon the people's lives doth appear more pronounced than here in Eorzea. There you are. Gotten over the ether sickness, have you? I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. I see. We also heard that the towers is affecting many locals' livelihoods. To think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not unwholly unexpected, discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use their fate of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Tolforoi. Okay? Something... That Matsuya fellow you were helping. He's Arca Sadara, is he not? Apparently, it is almost exclusively his people are being kidnapped. Oh! Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it does stand reason that Arkazadara would be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. If Akiali is to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kryl's acquaintance, incidentally. It is settled then. Keep your eyes peeled, and while we make for the village. Alright. Let's do it. Okay. Let's get it. Ooh, it's so colorful. Not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up may provide a better vantage point. Okay. Let's have my Dommel out. Yay! A Gaja or Gaha. Gaia? I don't know. You do not see Matsuya from here either. No! Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help! Matsuya's voice, and it came from the north. Don't worry! I'll save you! Where are you? Oh shit. Are you okay, Matsuya? You're okay. Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found them in time. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Arkazadora were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others. But fishing is all we know. The ocean is all we have. I see. That's your decision to make. You should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that the strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they were. But I have heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities, in the old tongue, it means. They're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified that art thou and thine outraged. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time, we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us any divinities of thine? Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We'd gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We're good, God-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge. And fish! What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to Akiali? Akiali? I still have trouble saying the word. Wonderful! Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. He's baby! So, 'tis the simulacra of the Thavnarian gods are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods. Like us not. Aye, as you said, we'll do well to study their religious traditions. To Akiali. Familiar though I am with the myths and legends of this land, to hear them spoken by heirs to the storied heritage giveth them new life. A charming little village. Shame about the hideous tower. Looking at the sea, Estinian? Mark you that platform out in the water? Some matter of shrine, perhaps? Can I swim there? I probably can, but probably not now. Welcome to Akiali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kangna and old Hafsida. They're free at the moment, as it happens. Okay. Kanga! You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Mansuya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together, they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Nice. Hafsida. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears, then and listen. In ancient times, the Mansuya and the Murga, deities who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Mansuya, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Mansuya coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born the new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Mansuya have worn animal faces, the Murga limbs of men. Interesting. Kinda. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll that depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Ooh. They are the Mansuya. They are Mansuya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. Ah, that's why. Okay. The center one is the eldest, Sundurva, the goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. Okay. To her right is the middle sister, Sundurva, as the goddess of wealth. She counts as many traders among her followers. And on the left is Mindurva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts, and so she is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are actually portrayed together in these works, which people keep their homes for good fortune. Oh. In like fashion to the Mansuya, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardians deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit the temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses the Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of Arkasodara. Progenitor. Oh. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? It is said that ancestors of the satrap, that's the ruler of Ratzdatan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Oh! Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right. I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nadana. According to Kryle's notes, we're here to find her at a place called the Great Work. Further along the coast. Further north along the coast, okay. Okay. The Great Work. Did you say you were going to see Nadana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes when you meet her. Take care you don't drown in them. Oh. She sounds sweet. Oh, and it's at the nearest, it's at an aetherite location as well. So might as well go there. Ooh, what a pretty aetherite. Let me attune to it first. What the fuck? What happened here? What in the world? In such manner did we find them. What could have befallen these people? If there was a battle, there's a conspicuous lack of blood. Lack of blood. Yeah, that's true. Yo. Are they dead? Oh.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Yeah. Who?
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Hello. Eh.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
He's a baby.
People of the Great Work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Oh, wow.
Those are dragon scales.
Oh.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
Okay. Questionable?
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course. You're the one Kryle sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh my god!
I should like to draw a file or two, if so. Now, see here. Come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Oh no, Estinian!
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh my god! Rip!
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results.
Hey.
Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Funny. That was so funny. Estinian. Ooh. Oh! Wait a minute. Is that a mount? That's a mount. I thought that was some kind of experiment. Allow me to thank you for your answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Nema is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primos. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales prove the most promising. Can I even do her accent? Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the Talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your Blessing of Light come in. Better than having my blood drawn, I suppose. Ha, perhaps so. And knowing my colleagues, they won't be satisfied with blood alone. But as for your task, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields with you. With your permission, of course. Sure. In that case, Ryanje and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. Hey. If you're ready, then let us put your blessings to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing some preparations. Okay? Drunken Deepa? Who? Oh, okay. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many sleepless nights. The Drunken Deepa. Okay. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we seek this device to test this talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move to a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be examining from a safe distance. Okay. No problem. Commencing etheric exposure test. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure test. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Okay. And follow it. That's so cute. Readying ether. Please stand back. Readying ethers. Please stand back. Okay. Do I keep going? Oh, there you go. Discharging ether. Right. You were struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Okay. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. This is such a cute little jumping animation. Readying ether, please stand back. Gotcha. Ready to discharge. Test subjects. There you go. Hey. You're struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject stomach bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Okay. Radiant ether. Please stand back. Ready to discharge. Test subjects, please. Okay. Yeah, the blessing of light appears to keep you to be keeping you safe from harm. Interesting. Yeah, we suffer no effects whatsoever. Subject fortitude rated impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. Yes. Okay. Let us go. Alright, ready ether. Please stand back. Ready to discharge. Please get near. Hey. You are struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survive completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Yes, of course. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. Here you go. Ah, you returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Take it. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. Still, so, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request for your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Very nice. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of special ink, but we have exhausted our store's key ingredient for it. Spirit weed. Okay. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. Okay. I see. Okay, escort mission. Let's go. Alright, we're doing an escort mission. Is she gonna be accompanying us? I may be simply imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Oh. Look out, Nemu! What? Oh. Nothing to fear. Nemu's here. Why does he have damage up? What the fuck? Oh wait. Oh wait. Oops. There. Gods. That gave me a fright. To think that that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? Good, good. Let's continue on, then. It isn't far now, just through the pillars and up the rise. Okay. Sounds good. And here we are. Kajia's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that the spirit wheat grows here in abundance. It was said about harvesting at once, if you would be so as to stand guard. Kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, no problem. No problemo. Oh! Look at this place. Very pretty. Ooh.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me about the satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
Oh.
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
I see.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Oh, fucking... Oh my god, it's only a matter of time!
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
What are you gonna do?
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something.
Huh?
Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Two voices. Interesting.
Allowing them to construct such
handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
His voice! It changed! What the fuck? I'm not going crazy, right? His voice is different.
Complications be damned. For we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
His voice changed. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Yes. Okay, let's go. Nemu, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. It isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Little does Nadana know that she's about to send you on another errand. Okay, sure. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. Hey, kid. I have a message for you, Mistress Nadana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But last when I looked, there were still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their temporary cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have been since inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you'd like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Nemu, loath though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the Giant Skull? In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found in the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named the Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? I got you. Thank you. Upon arriving the grounds, please seek out a man named Zayuna. He will furnish you with an ore, okay? At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand on my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nadana? By all means. Do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you're ready. Okay. Nice. Here are our Hamsa, Nemu. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close akin to your Eorzean chokebows. Oh. Hamsa have long been kept in livestock in Thavnair. Many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. Oh, okay. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us make first for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Okay. Let's do it. You are ready? Then let us depart. You only need one ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. Okay, sure. Ooh! Let us be off. If you haven't ridden Dotas before, be warned that they have a wobbling gait. Look at her. That particular form information stretching out of the water is called a oh my god, Lord, the sword was wielded by the okay. It means a sword? Oh, I see. Okay. To the left, and requiring no introduction, is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small aisle. This is kind of interesting. Destinations! Destinations! Almost there. Though the main part of the hatchery is atop of the cliff, the outpost itself is on the beach. This is unnecessarily close to the tower. And here we are. Manned by the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, well, who should it be but young Varshan? On an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me to come to collect your report. He also wishes to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty. We are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. Ah. And yet, for his bound benevolence, his treatment for one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains on the front line of battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Unlike those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do for my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering. But I still worry for you. Oh, because he's baby. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you. For you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? Oh! I will, Nadine. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Nemu Okire of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the Talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared all over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer questions he may have. Ooh. Ooh, oh my god, that's such a nice outfit. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. The Tower Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Thavnair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself into its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique, and our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Interesting. Ah, I've heard about you. The visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telophoroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower, and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die? And everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzea and Far Eastern brothers. It occurs to me I've yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling on the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions that they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What are the towers of Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Yeah. Varshan! Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and a trade hub both, Radzat-Han ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Yeah. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you to the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Alright. Bye, little booger. See ya. Oh, I have to ride the Hamsa again? Oh boy. Oh, now I can ride it. Okay. Alright. It's to the east, it said. No sooner do you arrive at your destination does the Hamza dashes off. Oh my god. Zayuna. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Zayuna. Zanua. Is there something you require? Giant skull for the alchemists, you say? But of course you shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Here you are, a sack of purest giant skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Hey. Ah, welcome back, Nemu. I hope that you have the giant skull. Oh, such fine! Such fine specimens. Thank you for bringing them. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable for passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test. So please take your ease while you can.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Hey, what's up?
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
You're good.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
An orgy of pain and suffering. Sad.
And yet, and spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others. To see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Oh my god.
What is it? What did you see?
Saw Fandaniel, bro.
Fandaniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Yes. In such short time, too. Wow.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, yeah. Let's hope.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
Oh.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
Oh.
But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Okay. Okay. Just hope it goes well, yeah. Oh my god. That's right. We don't even have a Porksy with us, so even if she was gonna get tempered, we have to restrain her. But I'm hoping it works. This is rather a finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Oh, I hope it doesn't come to that. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Let's do it. Okay.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Uh-oh.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
That doesn't look good.
A few more steps.
I don't know.
Praise be
Oh
to
my
the
God.
sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
God, she fucking scares me. Like, she makes me worried.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
No! No, 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 no! No!
Ah!
Fuck! Are you fucking serious? No! Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh no! Oh, dude. Oh, no, no, no! Bro?
Oh, there we go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
No. Fucking hell! No! No!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid.
Fuck, man.
The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility!
'Tis well. 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 'Tis
Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Patrons of old. What do you mean?
Allow me to tell you a story.
No.
Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian.
Not really.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Oh.
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Probably.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Oh,
At your service.
Are you fucking kidding me? Lord Amon?
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
What the fuck? Oh my god, if people have not played Crystal Tower, they're gonna be so fucking confused. Oh my god, that's so... okay.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation, slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
That's Emperor Zand, right?
Heed
yes.
me, Amon.
That's Zand.
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you.
Emmett!
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then it happened.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Oh, he's definitely gone. Fuck. Madonna.
So easily distracted. Why? I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Okay, I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to... Not now. I just find out that you were... Oh my god. Oh my god. His past self was Amon. That's so... Okay. I'm mind-boggled. Oh, man. This fucking sucks. Oh, you're returned, but where's Mistress Nadana? Monsieur Preserve, just when we had a successful in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. This fucking sucks, bro! Oh my god, bro. Not. Well, I mean, at least she's not dead, you know? But at the same time, it's like... Oh, man. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What's happened? So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard! I'm sure you wanted to know more. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily, lest we endanger Nadana and the other captives. Okay. I think I'm going to end it here. Oh my god. I'm assuming, like, we're gonna attempt to go into the tower for the next episode. So I'll end this right here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.